And then you do this thing where you act shocked that you stopped, or like, yeah, I don't know, it's not working, or I tried it. You didn't try it. You tried something for 3 months and stopped. You tried for something for 2 weeks and stopped. You tried something for a year and stopped. And even the times that you were really trying something, you didn't even do it with your best shot. I'm not saying you had to do it perfectly, but you didn't even give it your best shot. You didn't research nothing. You didn't figure it out. You just said, you know what, fuck it. And went back to living small, right? Living mediocre. Because you are phenomenal, and you sitting up here allowing yourself to be comfortable with being small. And you got comfortable in that. You made a home in that. You made that space where you occupy. And how long can you keep doing that to your spirit before you really start to self-destruct? You can't keep doing that. My name is Lissa. Welcome to my channel, and I'm here to tell you, you need to stop not showing up right when it starts working. Sometimes I don't even realize that it is working. I am posting. I am getting views. They're trickling in slowly, slower than I'd like them to, but surely. And this right here is usually the part where I disappear. I'm telling you, like, I don't like sitting up here, exposing myself to the world, telling you guys my innermost thoughts, sharing my journey, feeling kind of metaphorically naked in front of people, and then it's not even being received the way I want it to be received. It's not getting the comments I want. It's not getting the views I want. And I'm like, damn, is this effort all for naught? Because nobody's even really watching or engaging. It takes so much energy to try and be and stay on track and do the right thing, not sometime, but every day, to make the right decision every day, to show up, to record your content, to go to the gym, to be a good mother, to get certain things done every single day. Do you know how much like mental load that is to continue to do things and stay on track, and for it to not be rewarded? That shit, it really hurts when you don't when you don't get back what you feel like you're putting in. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So I noticed that I started falling off of my videos. I posted once last week. I didn't post at all this week yet. And that wasn't what I promised myself. So I'm like, you know what? Let me dig into this. Let me unearth this for a moment and see like what's really going on. And for me, it felt like, all right, I'm being repetitive with my content. I'm not recording videos on a whole bunch of different things. I'm circling around one truth. And I feel like what I learned is that being comfortable with being seen is a continual process. It's not like just because I showed up for 2 weeks straight, oh, I'm comfortable now. No, I'm still not. Because there's going to be plateaus that I hit, like the one that I'm in now, and I kind of don't know which direction to take my content, or I don't have the topic for the next video, or I don't have something neatly planned out. There's times it's going to hit like that. And if it means that I disappear or I get small, it means that I actually need to show up. So the times when you feel like things aren't working in your life, that is a signal not for you to disappear, not for you to stop, but for you to keep going. Because it's always this gestational process before you see the birth, right? It reminds me of that big rock and somebody's hacking away at it day and night. Nothing's happening. But I promise you, with each hack, you are breaking down the integrity of that rock. It's slowly crumbling on the inside. You can't see it, but it's crumbling up on the inside. So those of you guys who are working on your body, not seeing the changes, or you're working on your content, it's not popping like you want it to, or you're working on something, you just don't see it, keep hacking away. Because what if you walk away and you were just like this close, or even this close? That would be a shame, and you would never even know. But we have to keep doing it because we're just not going to get there if we quit prematurely. Are we not worth a wait time? Are we not worth waiting it out? I mean, you've been living your life for 20, 30, 40 some odd years and haven't hit the heights that you want to hit. So just because it's been a year or 2 or 6 months or 4 months or 5 months, you ready to give up? You've been living way longer than you've been really trying. So why is it that we're so hard on ourselves when it's just like things haven't been working out exactly how we want them to? So that's what got me behind this camera today, because I'm like, I'm having a very real moment. I don't want all my videos to feel polished and like I got it figured out, because I don't. These videos are pretty much documentation of me living my truths moment by moment, and me trying to relate to myself differently so that I can win more, me trying to move my goalposts closer to me so I feel more established and I can embody that energy of the woman that I know that I am, and of the reality that actually exists for me right now. But if I sit here and just allow myself to disappear, like if I make that acceptable, then I won't ever step into the reality of who I know that I am, which is someone who shows up, someone who's consistent, somebody who does hard things, somebody who keeps going when nobody's watching. That is the most discouraging thing to do. So I want to know too, like, what are you doing in your life that you're not getting any reward for? Maybe you're trying your best as a mother and you're having a hard time with your child or the father of your child or something like that. But it's like, I can't imagine how it would feel to do what I'm doing for years and not get credit. But sometimes that's what it takes. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be out of here someday. And what can you say that you did that was meaningful? What can you say that you strived for, whether you hit it or not? Because again, like I talked about in my last video, I feel like sometimes the destination has this lure to it. It's like when I get there, there's so much promise to me. When I get there, I'll be exactly who I want. When I'll get there, I'll have all the things. And it's such an elusive kind of mindset to have, because what we're missing is the present of who we're becoming and getting through those highs and lows. And let me tell you something, this is a very transient place. This is not a place you will occupy forever. This is your becoming stage, right? This is my becoming stage, is what I had to realize as well. You only are in a becoming stage once. I'm only going to have this kind of fear for a little bit of time until I break through to the other side and I'm comfortable and I'm more confident and I'm showing up and I'm okay with exposure. This will be the only time that I'm truly, really transforming my body, because I'm transforming my habits, my mindsets, how much I walk, what time I go to sleep. Those things become not just discipline, but it becomes my identity. So this is a very short-lived, but a very special process. And I kind of have to relate to myself differently even in this moment, because it feels like I'm coming up short. I'm not posting as much as I want to. I didn't lose the weight as much as I wanted to lose the weight. I didn't get done what I wanted to get done. And I still have to celebrate myself. I still have to understand the importance and the beauty of this becoming process. And I think just being so infatuated with what's to come versus with what's here is going to be the cause of my grief, because I know that it has before in the past. When I wasn't able to show up, that was the cause of my grief, is this process right here. So I figure if I relate to it differently, or if I start trying to understand it from a different perspective, then maybe it won't hurt so bad. Right? So for me right now, I already told you what the hell I'm going through with recording and the body, and it's not there, it's not this, y'all not watching, nobody's engaging. Oh God. But I'm looking at it like, well, the year's going to go by anyway. You know, summer's going to be here anyway. So I can enter summer big, or I can stay in this pocket right now and still try to lose the weight. Right? I could let my channel just plateau and forget about it and lose subscribers, lose watch time and all that. Or I could keep trying and see how it develops over time. Think about it. 3 to 6 months, you could be a different woman. You could look different. You could be different. You could feel different. You can embody different kind of habits, different kind of truths. But if we keep stopping and allow ourselves to stop, it's not going to get there. And I think another thing that I'm realizing is, like, we have to stop accepting that. We can't make that acceptable. The fact that you start something to stop. I'm not talking about things that don't mean anything to you. Fuck that. Don't put extra shit on your plate that you know is just going to weigh you down. Forget about that. I'm talking about what makes your spirit light up. I'm talking about passion projects. I'm talking about purpose. I'm talking about alignment. I'm talking about the reason you're here. You cannot keep starting and stopping, and that will erode your soul. That erodes your spirit over time. And it also really nicks away at your ability to trust yourself to do hard things and trust yourself to do the things that mean most to you. So we can't do that. And today was a very pivotal moment for me, because I'm telling you right now, this right here, this moment right here is usually when I stop. And then I'll come back to the channel maybe 3 months later and start back up because I got motivated and here I go. And then I stop again. It's a pattern. I see that. I know myself. I don't have to go through this, live through this again and act like, oh my God, I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. No, I'm very predictable as a human. And so are you. You're not that damn spontaneous. You've been doing the same shit. So you can look back at your track record to get a good gauge on what the future is going to look like. And if you stop and you know you stop, you got to get in that. Open it up. I opened mine up this morning. I sat in front of my counselor, okay, AKA Miss ChatGPT, and I said, listen, it was going good. I was having a good run. And now I haven't posted this week, and I posted once last week. I didn't even feel good about that video. And ChatGPT was just like, listen, you're having trouble with exposure. You're having discomfort showing up because this is how you've been. And I was like, you know what? this is exactly when I disappear. This right here. And I know that I'm not the only one who experiences this phenomenon where it's like you're doing something, you're doing something, you're doing something, and then you stop. And then you do this thing where you act shocked that you stopped, or like, yeah, I don't know, it's not working, or I tried it. You didn't try it. You tried something for 3 months and stopped. You tried for something for 2 weeks and stopped. You tried something for a year and stopped. And even the times that you were really trying something, you didn't even do it with your best shot. I'm not saying you had to do it perfectly, but you didn't even give it your best shot. You didn't research nothing. You didn't figure it out. You just said, you know what, fuck it. And went back to living small, right? Living mediocre, because you are phenomenal. And you sitting up here allowing yourself to be comfortable with being small. And you got comfortable in that. You made a home in that. You made that space where you occupy. And how long can you keep doing that to your spirit before you really start to self-destruct? You can't keep doing that. That's why the on and off, the starting and stopping. Why do you think people give up on their dreams? Why do you think when people get older, it's not even an age thing, I think it's a spirit thing. But why do you think as people get older, they really let go of their dreams? It's like, damn, everybody had dreams when we were kids, when we were 5 and 10 and 15 and 20. And some of us, if we're lucky, we're still dreaming in our 30s, 40s and 50s, 60s, 70s, so forth and so on. But some people stop dreaming, not because they were never dreamers, but because they never saw it through. And this is the moment right now that I'm in my life that I will be one of those people. I'm not too far away from being somebody who never realized their dreams and somebody who's still playing small in life. I'm not far away from that. And I'm humble enough to admit that. But I'm not going to let that happen to myself. At least with all I got in me, I'm going to not let that happen. That's why I chose to show up. So are you going to be somebody who tells your kids when they're 20, 30, 40, 50, like, yeah, I had a dream of dancing. I had a dream of doing my YouTube channel. I had a dream of making my own book, but I never did it. You never even wrote. You never even asked for help. You never even looked for a publisher. You never even tried to just take a couple classes. You never even tried. I'm not saying you got to get to where you feel like you got to go, but to not try, that's a different type of pain. Because you didn't even swing. Like, you just sat there, just let life have its way with you. That's crazy. Like, that doesn't have to be a thing. Don't disappear. Don't disappear on you, because you disappearing on you is you disappearing on your dreams, your passion, your ambitions, and also disappearing on the 10 people, the 20 people, the 1,000 people, the 100,000 people, or the 1,000,000 people that would have seen you showing up for you and been inspired by that. Like Tupac said, I may not be the one to change the world, although he did, I think, but I'll spark the mind of the person who might change the world. You're going to miss that. Not only for you, but your life is not only about you. Like, we also have to stop being so damn selfish and like, oh, I didn't feel like doing it today, or I didn't lose the weight. I don't want to publish the book. I don't want to make the YouTube channel. I don't want to do this. It's too damn hard. I can't do it. All right, let yourself down, but also know you're letting a whole bunch of other people down too. Your dreams matter. Your passions matter. You living your life as it was supposed to be intended matters. It matters to me. And I know it matters to you, because you wouldn't be in pain. You wouldn't be stressing. You wouldn't even have clicked on this video if something didn't resonate. You would have subscribed to my channel if something about me and what I'm saying didn't resonate for you as true somewhere in your body. Even if you're like, why the hell am I here? Why am I still watching it? It's because something is true here for you. So I dare you to not disappear on yourself. Comment down below if you got to the end of the video and say, I didn't disappear, or I will not disappear on myself. Because it's just so important for us to start keeping little promises. I talk about little promises all the time. I'm not asking you to build Rome in a day. I'm asking you to just show up. Let's say you stop going to the gym. Just walk to the gym and walk your ass back home. Just to get your body used to getting there again. Drive to the gym, drive back home. Go in the gym, walk in the treadmill for 10 minutes and come back home. Just to rewire your brain a little bit. That is a win. Stop acting like moving small, doing small things is beneath you, because it's not. If it was beneath you, you'd be doing them. So it's okay to just go in the gym for 10 minutes and then come home, because it's about sustainability, right? It's about rewiring the mind for this to become the norm. And if you got to show up and do it real small, do it real seemingly insignificant, and do something that you feel like doesn't push the needle, that means you're doing it perfectly. Do something real small. Make it so small, it almost feels stupid. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with this one. I did not disappear myself today, so this is a win for me. And I'm about to head to the gym and be discouraged, but I'm going to work through it anyway. So if you guys enjoyed the video and something here resonated for you, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.